What's up? Welcome to another episode of Joe's Coral Reef. Today we're going to do a review of the Orphek Atlantik V4 Compacts. I know I did the first two videos, I unboxed them, I built a stand for these, and then the third video, the review of the lights, it took a little while. I got a couple emails, which I actually appreciate. I was working on it, you know, I got a new job, work was in the way. I really wanted to get a good review of these. In between the job and hockey and everything, it's just, there was so much going on that honestly I didn't. But I did get a good chance to use them, which is the main point of the review. So, the Orphek Atlantik V4 Compacts. I built the light stand out of 80/20. You can look at my previous videos how I mounted that. And then I modified some of their hardware and I mounted them here. And you can see this sucker is stable. This is not going anywhere. And the light stand is actually adjustable. It can go up or down. The top limit is about 16.5 inches from here to the water line. They recommend 16 inches. I wanted it at the max in case I ever wanted to lower it. Overall, I mean, if you want the bang quick assessment of it, they look like great lights. The build quality is nice. I do like the app. I do get a little bit of the disco in the sand that I'm not used to. Coming from the Kessel world, Kessel always has that smooth blue glow to it, and I haven't got that with this. It's not saying it's a bad light. You know, the difference is the AP 720s, I would get a lot of shadowing, so I would get dark areas, more dark areas. So it's a give or take. And then the par readings on these things, I mean, I'm not a par reading expert, but to me, they seem pretty incredible. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm happy with the lights, I really am. Let's just go through some of the features. Let's go through the app real quick. So everything is adjustable on these lights through the app. There is no controls on the lights at all. So you got quick program and settings. Settings, how we set this app up, you could see in here I've already got my two lights, but when you turn this on, you're not going to have this because your gateway's not added yet. When I first purchased these, the gateway wasn't able to be added, right? I tried and tried and tried and it wouldn't find it. And what I found out through tech support is, so they're tested at the factory, these were paired to another gateway, so I had to do a reset. The reset is very easy. You take the power cord, you plug it and unplug it 3 times, and it clears that gateway setting. So I had to do that. Added in the gateway was really easy. You just hit gateway, you hit the plus, and that's the IP address of the gateway. I won't go through it again. Then you hit search, and it will find the lights, and you can add these lights. Let's try it again. Oh, it's searching right now. Oh, I don't want to add new devices. So I can add new devices to it by searching the gateway and finding those lights. It was very easy. Once I got through that initial problem with the gateway, it was very easy to add these 2 lights. And you can see them, it added them here. You can enter a new name, and it'll give you the status, the time which you set on the device, and then the temperature. It's kind of interesting. I noticed that 32 and, oh, my temperature is not working on that device. Interesting. Okay. It worked earlier because I checked. This is the second time I've done this video, I know. This one's 37. This one reads at 0, which is kind of weird. Is it going to work? It's not working. Okay, so the temp's not working. Anyway, through the app, you can set up your Wi-Fi, set the time of them, and then you can group these. So if you have 2 different tanks, left and right, you could group the lights to change them that way. Quick setup has a demo mode, which is kind of cool. So you could do demo mode. We're going to enable the demo mode. It has a time. Let's do, because my videos are always long, let's do it short, 10 seconds at 100%. So let's go through the demo mode. So it's just going to go through some type of demo. It's changing the light. Just 10 seconds, there you go. Maybe something to show your friends, but other than that, you're never going to use it again. And what I found out is demo, you have to actually come back in, click demo, and then hit disable. Otherwise, that demo mode will keep running in the background. you've got all 4 of your channels and then an all, and you can set all of them just like that. You hit all, or you could do left and right. So we could do left light, let's turn it down, and then let's turn the right light, or either or up. So you could do either or you could just do all of them. Set the lights. There's some predefined modes that they have in here. Anikint Violent, Deep Blue, Clear Blue. Let's look at some of these. It's kind of neat. Full Spectrum, 10K, 14, 20. Right, so they've got these predefined modes for us. I think it gives you an idea. You can look at that program and then tailor it to what you want your program to be. The maintenance mode I found a little weird. The maintenance mode was, oh, it's red. Oh, that's right, I had the demo installed before. So here's the maintenance mode. I guess it isn't weird. I was misspoken. And then you click in the top right, program modes. This is going to go back to our regular scheduled program. Oop. Here's your program. So you have your channels 1 through 4, and then your times over here, and you can adjust the percentage of that channel based on the time, and then it will graph it out. What I thought would be neat is being able to select the channel and then just dragging the graph, because it's kind of tedious to come through here and select the numbers. It would be kind of nice. I mean, the app, being a previous app developer, you know, this isn't cutting edge. It gets the job done, but this is not like, you know, it's kind of, it's okay. It's okay. That's all I'm going to say. It's okay. So my Tunzine has decided to go into maintenance mode. I've got the Tunzine 6150, and it bugs the crap out of me when it does this. So it makes sure nothing's stuck. It turns the propeller backwards at 100%. And as you can see, it makes a mess in my tank constantly. Tunzine, why do you do that? Why? So back to the app. And then we've got a cloud setting, which I've never used. You can set soft and strong clouds from certain times. I don't know if it does it daily. Never used that. So the app is okay. That's the app. Let's do 100% on all of them. All. So we're just going to take our par meter, the Apogee AQ510, and we're going to get some par measurements. Front to back, we're going to do 6 measurements, and then we're going to do some on the sand bed. So this isn't exactly BRS style. We're just trying to get an idea, just in my tank. So 33, or no, it's 30. It's really hard for me to see. So I'm going to record this so you guys can view it, and I won't have to repeat it. So we'll do right down the middle now. What I've noticed, because when I first tested these, I'm like, man, it's 40 par on the edge. Is the fall off that much? It isn't. Because what happens as you go down, so you've got these LEDs, and they're under a lens. So the lens is giving you some kind of projection out of that light. I'm at 82 par. But as I bring this down, the par gets higher and higher and higher. Look, we're at 244 on the sand bed. This top corner, I'm not getting a lot of light, but that light is coming down and it's covering the tank. It's getting a good blanket effect. I don't know. Oops. 36. Then we're going to just do the 4 corners of the sand bed. So we're going to do 132, 100. It's interesting because we come into the middle. Look at that creep up. 200, 230, 200. So let's just go around, we'll get some random measurements on the rock. 250, 250, how about down here? Is it 220? I got a little money cap here, 280. So it comes up. So I'm getting some good par. I mean, I can get 400 to 500 par just at the top here, towards the middle. Let's check out this anemone. This anemone's just been doing great. I get about 200 par at the anemone. Just out of curiosity's sake, so 16 inches down, right dead center. I get about 1,000 par. Just to do a final wrap up. I'm happy with the lights. Construction is nice. You know, I was able to modify them, put them on my light stand. I'm very happy with that. The app works. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing, you know, amazing. I could see some revisions just, you know, to kind of bring it up, the UI up a little bit. I mean, the functionality's there, but it could use just a little UI enhancement. I would like, honestly, I would like to see, even if it was just a basic, be able to connect to these through an IP address, just through a web browser. To me, that would be awesome, because you're pitching these to people who want to grow coral or who want to set these tanks up forever. And the phone is great, but what about tomorrow? What about next year, 5 years, 10 years? I don't want to have to change out my lights. I know LEDs don't last forever, but I might not want to spend that money and just tailor my tank to whatever the LED output's putting out. So I might not be using it for SPS, but for softies, even though the par values are going to fall as the LED gets older, it'll work for softies. So that would be my one enhancement I'd like to see. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know there's some emails that people sent me about these lights, so I wanted to get this out there. Someone sent me an email about my stand. They wanted the dimensions. I am working on that. I had some changes that I ordered some wrong pieces, and I didn't want to give you that, so I really have to go through the stock list, make sure it's exact, because I do not want to screw you up. I know it's been a couple weeks, but I want to make sure that you're getting the exact dimensions of what it takes to build one of these stands and not something else. But what that does enable, if anybody else wants one of these stands, 60 by 30 by 30, I'll have a cut list that you guys can just go to these places and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. How much is it going to cost me? Which is kind of nice. Other than that, questions, comments, hit me up on the email. I hope to do more videos. I'm trying to find that free time where I can do that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Joe's Coral Reef. I'm out. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do some of the one thing I'm not happy with. Geez. Let's do this again. We will cut that out. We're going to cut that section out. So anyway,